Hello and welcome to Nevada State High School's Course Approval for Payment, or CAP, tutorial for all students. Use the guide bar at the bottom of the presentation to navigate through the presentation. Go ahead, click the forward button now to begin. During this tutorial, we will discuss general information about CAP assurances, completing the CAP, and updating your CAP form. The CAP is a document that is necessary each semester to have your classes paid for, ensuring your enrollment each semester at Nevada State High School. This tutorial will provide you with the steps to follow to complete one of the most important processes at our school. This is how the school pays for your classes. Without this form, the school cannot pay for your classes. And if you do not have classes, you are not part of the school. Not following this process correctly will result in receiving a huge fine. This is about money and your education, so follow along closely and read everything for detail. After you have watched this entire tutorial in detail, please ask if you have any additional questions. At the end of the presentation, you will take a 5-question quiz. Let's get started. Click to the next slide when you are ready. The CAP form is essentially a contract between you, your parents or guardians, and Nevada State High School for the school to pay for your college courses. Let's talk about the assurances listed on this form. While looking at the left-hand side of the form under the column labeled Assurances, follow along as these are discussed in more detail. First, you will need to submit the CAP with a printout of your class schedule. Failure to do this on time can cause your classes to be purged, or you could get fined. If you do not validate your classes each semester with your current class schedule, you are not considered enrolled at Nevada State High School. This form triggers Nevada State High School to pay the colleges for your classes. 2. After the initial CAP form is submitted, it is the student's responsibility to obtain written permission from Nevada State High School staff for any schedule changes. Students will incur any fees for adding or dropping classes after the college deadline. These dates are outlined by the colleges and can be found on their websites. 3. Students must follow the academic plan to determine the number of courses they are allowed to take each semester. The high school academic plan also tells students what classes they need to take each semester. Review the high school academic plan for the detailed requirements, but a quick checklist is also provided on the CAP form under High School Academic Plan Course Limit. Go through these questions to see if any of the questions apply to you. If you answer yes to any of the questions listed, you are limited to only 3 college courses. If you slip in one or more courses without an extra approval, you will get billed for that course, and more than likely have a meeting with your parent and school administrator. 4. To maintain enrollment each semester, juniors must have 6 classes and seniors must have a minimum of 4. Nevada State High School counts the 2-week course as a fall class, and winter courses are counted as part of the spring semester. Summer courses are not put on the CAP form. Even though Compass is a required non-credit bearing course for second-year seniors, it does not count as an actual course. Earning a P or pass for this non-credit course is required for second-year students for both semesters to earn a diploma from Nevada State High School, but it does not count towards the total of 4 that the students need. 1 or 2 credit classes, or classes at 300 or 400 levels, do not count as high school classes, and students are not allowed to take these classes unless they have a signed extra class appeal form. Students who have approval to take these are responsible to pay Nevada State High School for these extra classes. Some science courses that have labs can be different. For instance, there are science classes with labs that are required to be taken together with a lecture. These usually appear as 2 separate sections that combine for a total of 4 college credits. Nevada State High School counts this as 1 class. Other science courses have labs that are separate from the lecture section and are not required to take. Usually these are listed as a 3-credit class and an optional 1 credit for lab. Make sure you are aware of which one you are taking and write the class into the single space on the CAP. Note: if you might be playing college sports, please check with the school counselor before taking science with a lab. 5. Don't change your schedule after the add drop date or you will get a fine, and you may not get the classes you need to stay enrolled at Nevada State High School. 6. Make sure the classes listed on your cap match the courses that you complete and submit at the end of the semester. If the courses on your transcript do not match the ones on your cap form, students must pay for class discrepancies. You can submit updates until the end of the semester. Just make sure your most recent cap form is correct without any withdrawals for courses. You get charged for those. 7. At the end of each semester, it is the student's responsibility to submit grades within 1 week at the end of the semester through Nevada State High School ticket system or in person to Nevada State High School's office. Grades have to be processed all at once. Processing grades for the whole school will not be held up for late students. Students with missing grades will have Fs posted on their high school transcripts and may receive fines depending on the missing courses. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Assurances 8, 9, and 10 discuss opportunities for students to customize their academic plans and earn more freedoms as they show progress and success in their college transition. Students can do this if they qualify through a math or study skills exemption and extra class appeals. These will be discussed later in this tutorial, but a quick checklist for all three are located on the CAP form. Students can track their qualifications to know when they are eligible and when they can submit one of these forms. These have to be submitted each semester. Remember, it is not the school who denies these, it is the student's progress and actions that deny these. We all have the same goal, and that is to help you move towards being more resourceful and an independent learner. The sooner you prove this with your performance at the school, the sooner you gain more freedoms. Know the qualifications and only submit these when you are eligible. 11. When students do not submit the CAP forms or if they are late, Nevada State High School sends the college's notification that the students are no longer at Nevada State High School and that the school is no longer going to pay the tuition for that student. After the final payment date that is established by each college, classes are most likely purged from their system. Sometimes the classes are not purged and that student gets billed directly by the colleges, or the classes stay on the student's schedules and the students get the Fs at the end of the semester. Nevada State High School has no control over what the college does, but it does have control over who is allowed to enroll. By law, 11th graders must have 6 classes and 12th graders must have 4. Because you did not submit the CAP form on time and your classes get purged by the colleges, you are not a student at Nevada State High School. This means each semester for the fall and spring, stay up on deadlines. 12. If students withdraw from classes during the semester, they have to pay for those classes per this CAP agreement. This includes students who withdraw from Nevada State High School mid-semester. Also, Nevada State High School has no authority to drop you from your college classes, so these will stay active if you do not drop them, and you will have Fs on your college transcript if you do not do this properly. If you withdraw from Nevada State High School mid-semester, please come in so that you can get guidance on how to minimize the fines for the colleges, if possible, and try to properly get the college classes dropped. Once you start a semester, try to make it through if you plan to leave. Also, if you have a BYU course as part of your semester schedule, you are given a deadline by Nevada State High School that coincides with the semester. You may be charged for this course and earn an F if you do not complete the course by this deadline. 13. This one is simple. Nevada State High School is not responsible for your failed courses. If you don't properly drop a course, don't attend class, don't do your work, or get kicked out of a course, you have bigger issues. 14. A few weeks after the end of each semester, Nevada State High School will post times when parents may come into the school to pick up their child's grades at the end of each semester. There are lots of reasons for this, but the biggest one is to ensure the right documents get into the right hands at the right time. Plus, we would love to see your parents too. 15. This CAP form is not a graduation tracking form. It is solely utilized for the school to process your course payments each semester. 16. Each semester, students must show proof that they are actively engaged in their classes for state funding during count day. If these forms are not submitted on time, submitted incorrectly, or if students are not in the state required number of courses as outlined previously, the student may be charged for the tuition. 17. Please be aware that Nevada State High School has extra graduation requirements above the state requirements. These support the mission of the school's charter. First, students need to earn a C or better in Math 96 or 97 and Math 98, or place into higher college level courses. Also, students need to earn passing grades for study skills or on their study skills exemptions every semester while enrolled at Nevada State High School. Next, first-year students must pass transitions both semesters. And lastly, students in their second year at Nevada State High School must pass Compass both semesters of their senior year. The school will offer winter makeup for the students who fail in the fall and summer makeup for those who fail in the spring. Students who choose to fail these courses and then do not attend these specific makeup sessions will have no other way to graduate from Nevada State High School. The best word of advice is to take these courses seriously and pass them the first time. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. When you complete the CAP for check-in, be sure your schedule is correct to avoid changes. You'll write your NSHE login information and password in the outlined area. Then write your math, social studies, and English classes based on your college placement and high school academic plan in the appropriate boxes. Additionally, all students must select a study skills time and location by circling a selection in the appropriate box below the course listings. Write the correct course name and institution where you are taking each class. For example, if you have English 101 at CSN's Henderson campus, just write ENG 101 in the box under course name and CSN under campus. If you have the course at CSN, but write down you're taking it at GBC, then you will get fined for this discrepancy at the end of the semester. Be sure that you and your parents sign the form or it will be rejected. Attach any applicable appeals or exemption forms. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Nevada State High School has a few exceptions for students who earn the privilege and freedom to have more flexibility with their schedule. These are granted only in specific situations. The CAP form has 3 exemptions or appeal options available for those who qualify. The CAP has these listed as triggers to let students know if they should seek these exemptions or appeals or not. Utilize these checklists, and if you qualify and want to submit, print the appropriate forms, complete them, and follow the form directions. Submit all the supporting documents needed for each form with your CAP or once you think you meet those specific requirements. Approval for these is not guaranteed. These include the extra course appeal, the math exemption, and the study skills exemption. We will go into those in more detail next. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. This slide discusses the extra course appeal. First, use the high school academic plan course questions on the CAP form to determine if you're even eligible to be looking at this appeal. If you go through these questions and mark yes for any of them, you are limited to only taking 3 college classes this upcoming semester. If you go through this list, however, and mark no for all questions, and you already are maxed out with 5 college courses, you can look at appealing to take a 6th class. Nevada State High School only pays for 5 college courses each semester, so adding a 6th class means you will need to pay for it. This is also the case for students wishing to take 300 or 400 level courses, or 1 and 2 credit courses. These courses do not count for high school credit, and Nevada State High School will not pay for them either. If you plan to play sports in college, see the high school counselor before you take these courses. If you're interested in and are eligible for an extra class appeal, print and submit the form, the course validation, and update a new CAP by writing these courses in the schedule areas 4A, 5A, and 6A. Check the extra class appeal form area on your CAP 2 for the appeal you are submitting. Nevada State High School will pay the colleges for this extra course along with your other courses, and you will pay Nevada State High School back towards the end of the semester for them. Do not pay the colleges directly for extra courses. Science classes sometimes are split into 1 or 2 credit labs. Nevada State High School pays for these as they are part of the same college science course. Write these as 1 class. Do not submit an appeal for those. If a new student places out of college remedial, they can discuss an extra course appeal with a registration advocate during registration for a fourth college class the first semester they're enrolled at Nevada State High School for no charge. An extra class appeal form is still required for this fourth class. Also, if a student is limited to 3 college classes in the spring, but chooses to take a winter class, they may submit an extra class appeal form for a fourth college class for no charge during the spring semester, as the winter class also counts for the spring semester. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. This slide discusses the math exemption. Math is required each semester at Nevada State High School, even if you have met the minimum state requirements for more than 3 years. Math is also required for a complete schedule to be considered enrolled at Nevada State High School each semester. You must have a math class or a Nevada State High School signed math exemption form for each semester you are enrolled at Nevada State High School. Keep in mind that even if you submit a math exemption, you need to schedule a math class on your initial CAP form until your math exemption is approved. Once it is approved, you can drop the course from your CAP form. Use the CAP form to see if you even qualify for the math exemption. If you qualify, you need to do a lot of legwork to prove it. First, print the math exemption form. There are several items at the bottom that you must provide the school, including proving that you do not need any more math for high school or college per the form's requirements. You will need to prove your college major and plan and show validation that at least 3 different colleges or universities with that major do not require more math for their bachelor's degree than what you have already completed. Please do not kill a forest and submit the entire degree plan, just the math requirements. If you have a plan to earn external credits, show proof of a plan with the counselor that you have this set in place. If you do not submit the necessary backup documentation, the exemption will be denied. Math is important. It is one of the biggest factors stopping people from earning their bachelor's degrees. In most cases, Nevada State High School students should have the math completed to fulfill their core college requirements, and oftentimes the math needed for their degree. Get it done now. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Study skills is required each semester for every student at Nevada State High School. The school does not put students back into study skills. Students do this to themselves. This class is not meant to be fun or exciting. It is boot camp. It is where students who have not met exemption requirements go to be supported, guided, and watched over until they can move forward. Nevada State High School requires that this course be passed each semester to earn a diploma from the school. Students who are approved for a study skills exemption need to meet exemption requirements so as to maintain their exemption and to meet this graduation requirement. Students who fail to meet these exemption requirements, such as on-time submission of their count day form, may have their exemption revoked, and they will need to attend their assigned study skills class as indicated on their CAP form. Make sure you have selected a study skills time on your CAP for the campus day and time you would like to attend. New students to Nevada State High School are not eligible their first semester for an exemption. If you are not exempt, look over the Study Skills Exemption Form checklist toward the bottom of the CAP form. See what you can do to earn an exemption out of study skills. Talk to an advocate or other school staff to create a plan that provides you more freedom as you show progress and independence towards college readiness. When you do qualify, print the form, complete it, and submit it with your CAP form. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Submitting your CAP form. The deadline for the CAP submission is outlined on the CAP form and communicated in a variety of methods. Do not miss these deadlines. Again, do not miss these deadlines. Check again to see that you have all required classes on your form, enough classes to maintain enrollment at Nevada State High School, and a study skills time and location. If you are submitting a request for an appeal or an exemption, turn this in with your CAP on or after you know that you are eligible for this exemption. Do not forget to have the student and parent signatures on this form, as well as the date it was signed, or it cannot be accepted. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Here is where you learn how to update your CAP form with class changes after the initial submission. If you need to update your CAP form, print and complete a new form. Print a new course validation and submit it in person to the office. After the college add-drop date, students should not add or drop courses on their college account until they have Nevada State High School approval to do so. If a student does not have enough classes to stay enrolled, that's 6 classes for 11th graders and 4 classes for 12th graders, it will be denied, or if it is done without permission, the student runs the risk of no longer being enrolled at Nevada State High School. Here's an excellent rule to remember. Do not drop courses. If you think you are able to drop a course, it is best to submit a ticket through help.earlycollegenv.com to get written permission and bring in the response when you submit an updated CAP form. Scheduled changes are not likely approved after college courses have started. Students get the fees for any changes even if they are approved. If at any time during the semester you want to review your CAP form, please do. We'd love to see you. Plus, you can update your classes up until your final grades for the semester are posted. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. We've completed the presentation for Course Approval for Payment, or CAP. Now that you know what to do, go print your CAP and refer back to this tutorial if you need a refresher, or submit a ticket at help.earlycollegenv.com if you need more support. You are dealing with money here and your education, so it is important to utilize the information in this tutorial for processing the payment of your classes. This includes the CAP assurances, CAP completion, and the updating process for your CAP form. Nevada State High School is very excited to see you take the steps needed to enroll in these classes. The CAP is like the check that is your full ride scholarship that Nevada State High School provides to you for following the outlined assurances and processes. Good luck in your classes this semester, and remember, Nevada State High School is here to support you. Now let's take a short 5-question quiz on your understanding of this material. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Let's go through a couple of things before you begin your quiz. First, after answering each question, click Next. After answering all of the questions, click Submit All. You'll have 2 opportunities to take the quiz. Take your time and read each question carefully. Click to the next slide when you are ready to begin.